How to break up with a narcissist? I'm glad you asked. Breaking up with a narcissist is not like any other relationship. A narcissist wants to be in control of you. So they are not going to entertain anything that makes them lose control. So what you're going to find is that you cannot sit down and have an adult conversation, like talk about what's going on in your relationship. They are not interested, because already they will turn around and say, you see, you've started. We're just having a nice day, and now all of a sudden you want to just to ruin the day. That's one of their tactics, to make you not talk about it, because they know what's coming and they don't want to lose control. Right. But if you've decided that this cannot go on anymore for you, like I did, I had to make a decision that there's no way I'm going to continue living my life like this. It's not good for me, it's not good for my children, and I don't think it's even good for them, because they seem to be acting. I could see that they were acting and that they were not themselves, that was before I knew about narcissism. So anyway, going back to the topic of this video, that you want to know how to break up with a narcissist, right? And based on what I've just said, and based on my experience, the only thing that you can do for yourself is plan your exit. Plan your exit in silence or in secret, because once they know that you are trying to get away, their main source of supply, your life will be in danger. So you plan your exit by either reporting that you are going through narcissistic abuse. There's a video that I made. I'll put it in the description so that you can watch it. It's about how to report domestic abuse. But after you've planned your exit, you need to have learned about narcissism, so that you got clarity that whatever decision you're making is the right one. Because you don't want to make a decision and then turn around 2 months down the line and come back together with them and say, I'm sorry, I don't know, I hadn't thought this thing through. Because then they'll even ramp up their abuse on you, because now they know, you don't want to go, you're not going to go anyway, because you couldn't go the first time you tried to go. So yeah. If you're new here, my name is Busi. Thank you for coming, and thank you for spending time with me. I am a survivor of narcissistic abuse. I lived in it for 18 years. I didn't know what was going on. I just knew that something was off, but I didn't have a name to it until I started digging deep. I started following clues that had been thrown at me, like narcissism, narcissist. And then I was like, what is this? What is this word all about? So that's when my whole world was illuminated. It was like I was living in the dark. So I just couldn't see what was that? What was that? So when the lights came on, I was like, oh my God, there's a pillow there. There's, you know what I mean? Like I could see through their lies. I could see through the cycle of abuse that I'd gone through, love bombing, and then I'd gone through gaslighting, and then they were using manipulating tactics. Like if we had a row, they'll go out, and then when they come back, they'll come back with my favorite stuff. Like I'll give an example. Maybe they would go to Asda, and then they would have just walked out. So I would not have an idea of where they've gone. And then when they come back, they'll pretend like they'd gone to get could be a top up for the week, and then they'll make sure they get maybe avocados, because I love avocados, and whatever thing that I've been eating lately, or that they know that I've always liked from the beginning. So that when you see that, or when I saw that, you'll be like, maybe they're not dead after all. So now I'm confused. Because 20 minutes ago, I was mad at them. I'm like, what kind of a person are you? You just walked out. We're in the middle of a discussion, and then you just walked out. So when are we going to finish our conversation? I know I was speaking so fast there. I mean, if you've been through narcissistic abuse, you know what is happening here. So the other thing is for you to find support. Find support. Find people who understand what is going on, and they will give you the necessary support. Like I said, the Women's Aid can give you amazing support. Even if you've got no money, don't worry about that. You can get support. It's out there, but it requires you to raise your hand up and say, I've had enough, I want to leave, because nobody can make that decision for you. So anyway, going back to breaking up with the narcissist, they're not going to have another adult conversation with you. They're not going to say, yes, this is not working out, so let's part ways amicably. And no, you're not going to have that kind of discussion. If anything, they'll threaten to leave you, and then you're the one who's begging them and wondering, how can you just leave? What's wrong? What's wrong? So that's why I said you need to plan your exit in silence, and you need to also have made a vow to yourself that you are not going to turn back. They will use all manner of tactics to try and lure you back in, because they have to have the ones that are having a final say. They have to be the ones that are winning in this game, because it's a game. You didn't know you're in a game with them. So you just have to exit in silence, pack your things. If you're able to take a few items at a time out of the house, but I would advise you to just pack enough things to go and start again, unless if you're able to probably get somebody to come and get your things for you. But as far as you seeing eye to eye with your narcissist and telling them I'm gone, that is very dangerous. You've had so many cases where females have been attacked by their partners because of reasons unknown to us, but we just know that there was a family and stuff like that. But it's obviously called domestic violence. They don't call it narcissistic abuse. So you think, oh, maybe it's different. But I can guarantee you, there's nobody who can do such a thing to another human being if they haven't got this personality disorder. They need to have a heart of stone, because some of us, we empathize, we feel for others. Like I've just told you a story about what's been happening to other women, but if it was for them, it's just like, so what? I mean, it doesn't sink in like it does for most of us. So breaking up with a narcissistic partner is not going to be easy, but it's doable. You also need to go on no contact, change your number, move to a different town. If possible, move to a new country, like start afresh. That's the only way you can break up with a narcissistic partner. You need to start afresh. Forget about whatever they promised, because that was not real. That was just an act. It's just like turning a TV on and watch some movie, and then you cry, and then you laugh. You think it's real, but no, it's just, if you turn off the TV, it's gone. It wasn't even there. It was just moving pictures. So it's the same with the narcissistic person. They are there, you can see them, but everything they're doing, they're portraying, is an act. If the mask slips, that's when you'll see the true self, and you don't want to be associated with them. You'll be like, no, never. Like now when you start reevaluating your life, thinking, what kind of a person do I really want? Because maybe when you got into a relationship with them, you just were charmed into it. I can give an example, because I like to talk from experience. Everyone else was just saying he's an amazing guy, he's respectful, he's a gentleman, He's a hard worker. You name it. Every good thing in the book, they said it to me. And then, but my gut was telling me no. And then now I was like, what is going on? You know, when you fight with your gut, back then I didn't really understand what a gut instinct is more powerful than what other people out there would say. Because if you're going to make a decision, like I said, you need to have clarity within yourself. Is your gut saying yes? Because when you leave, you're having to start afresh. And if you're living with no money, you're going to be uncomfortable for a while until things settle for you, depending with where you are in the world. I hadn't been working for, what was that? 19, 20, 21, 22. Yeah, for almost over 3 years. So you can imagine I had like debt from unpaid like what was that? Credit card, my mobile phone. I had a contract phone, so if you don't pay, they just turn things off. But they still want their money. Yeah, what was that one? And then like you got joint bills that they choose not to pay because they just want you to have a visit of the bailiffs and stuff like that. So you just need to make sure you are prepared to start afresh. I mean, like, what helped me was like, I said to myself, it's better to live under a bridge away from them than to continue living like that. Because one, we had a house that was fully paid up, a 3-bedroom house, so my kids had their rooms, and we could have lived there forever. I mean, that was like could have been our forever home, should I say. But I was like, my health is suffering. I haven't got any friendships. I haven't even left the house or even the town to go anywhere. I mean, I like exploring. I like traveling, should I say that. But I found that I was like a caged bird, and I thought at one point I was losing myself or I was going to die. It felt like that, but I didn't understand what is going on. What is going on? So yeah, living a narcissistic partner is just not, it's not easy, like I said, but it's doable. You can do it. I did it, and I am almost 3 years in. Freedom, rebuilding, healing. Also, you need to know that it's not your fault that you found yourself in that relationship. In the sense that you thought you were in a normal relationship, which is what everyone thinks should be, right? But this person had to manipulate themselves into a relationship with you. They had to manipulate you to be in a relationship with them. Now, everything else is just been a manipulation until you woke up. If you had not woken up, if you had not thought of, no, let me break up with this person, you would have continued just serving them, just making sure they're happy. Your responsibility is to make them happy. Your responsibility is to make sure the house is clean, you've cooked. If you've got children, you have to make sure everything from their schoolwork, from school commitments, if their health appointments, it's you. It's on you. If you try to say, we need to divide the load, they'll be like, don't you know that you are under my control? Well, not like that, but they'll be like surprised, like, or maybe they'll even mention that in their when they were a kid, their mom used to do all that for them. So they just, I'm like, but I'm not your mom, so why? Yeah, so there's no easy way out. I had to pluck up courage. I had to be brave to live with my kids because it was just a cycle, a cycle that kept on repeating itself. So I was like, how many cycles do I need for me to be able to to pack my things and go? But then at the same time, when you are in a narcissistic abusive relationship, you sort of like feel for them. You think you're doing something wrong, but no, you're not. So with your chin held up high, just follow the steps I've said already. Pack your things, find support, make sure you got your documents. There's a video that I made. I'll put them all in the description. If you need anything else, there's my email. You can contact me and we can talk if you want to talk. With that said, take care of yourself. It's not your fault. You deserve to be loved. You deserve freedom. You deserve joy. You deserve to thrive. You didn't come here just to exist and then die. No, we refuse that. So from me to you, bye-bye.